Hey Pre-Med Star! Okay, so you may be wondering, how can I manage my time more wisely in college? So I would say, number one, make sure you pre-read. That's important. I did that a lot when I was in undergrad. Not necessarily the first thing I did when I started. It took me a while to get to it, but pre-reading whatever chapter you're going to look for or whatever you're going to look at in class the next day helps a lot. It saves a lot of time because you are on top of what the professor is saying while you're there, and you don't daydream very much because you can actually relate to what they're talking to. So I would definitely pre-read. If it's too much to read, because sometimes they do that to you, skim it. At least make sure you know what topics you're going to go through and then go from there. You can take more diligent notes also since you've already pre-read some of the material. Tip number two, I would say make sure you divide your work evenly. Don't procrastinate. So if you know you're going to have a test in 1 month, make sure you read weekly. Take notes, whatever it is that your learning style is, go along with it as you go. Don't leave everything for the last minute. Sometimes that's not very good, especially when you're taking a big test, when it comes to a final or even a mid-semester exam. So make sure you divide your work evenly throughout the blocks, whatever it is your certain situation calls for. Number three, I would say don't overdo the number of hours you think you can do in a semester. Don't think that just because you can do 20 credit hours, you're going to be accepted into medical school right away. That's not necessarily the right way to go. Make sure that if you can only do 18 credit hours or 16 credit hours, you only do those. It's better for you to do 16 credit hours and get good grades and excel in those classes than it is for you to do 20 credit hours and not excel so much in those classes. So make sure you do what you think you can do. Don't overdo yourself. Number four, definitely pay attention in class. And it goes back to what I said, number one, to make sure you pre-read. Well, when you're in class, also make sure you pay attention, because oftentimes professors will take what they say in class and they test you on it. So make sure you pay attention to it. And sometimes professors do a very good job about doing a voice inflection or something different in what they're saying, and they kind of clue you in, but you have to be very attentive. I know oftentimes you'll have those days when you're daydreaming. It's okay, you can have that every now and then, but make sure for the most part you're there and you're paying attention. Number five, I would say ask for help. If you feel like you're getting overwhelmed with the amount of work you're receiving and you're not managing your time very well, because it is a whole different situation than it was when you were in high school, ask for help. You have counselors, you have advisors, you have tutors. Reach out to them and let them know, hey, this is not working for me. I can't seem to catch up to wherever my professor's at in class. It seems to be going too fast. Make sure you ask for help. It's very important. So you can catch it on time early, and that way you'll learn your time management skills when you're a freshman in college, and by the time you're a senior, you're on it. And then you start medical school and it'll flow smoothly.